Hello and good evening to everyone. We have remarkable guests with us who brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in this field. Tissa Shakira, and we're excited to delve deep into their insight and perspective on today's topic of climate change and gain valuable insight. Throughout the show, we'll be discussing various aspects of climate change, such as its effects and potential solution. We'll investigate and unravel the complexities of climate change. Hi, Tisa, how are you?
Hello, it is a pleasure to be here today, and I am grateful for the opportunity to engage in this enlightening discussion with you.
All right, we're looking forward to it as well. So, Tisa, first question. All right, we're looking forward to it as well. So, Tisa, how would you define climate change in your own words?
Climate change is caused by small variations in the Earth's orbit, but it is now primarily driven by human activities, as has been observed since the mid 20th century.
Okay, next, what are the main causes of climate change and how do they impact our planet?
The main cause of climate change is the increased concentration of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere that trap heat from the sun and prevent it from escaping back into the space, which is referred to as the greenhouse effect, where the primary drivers of the increased GHG or greenhouse gases are the concentrations of human activities.
Okay, in your opinion, what are the most significant consequences of climate change on ecosystem and biodiversity?
Climate change, in my opinion, has the potential to overwhelm ecosystem capacity, influencing how plants grow and animals behave, as well as mitigating extreme events and disturbance like wildfires, floods, and drought. That is why adaptation measures such as promoting energy efficiency, sustainable agriculture, reforestation, and putting in place early warning system for extreme weather events are critical in adapting to changing conditions.
Okay, what role does human activity, such as the burning of fossil fuels, play in contributing to climate change?
That's a very good question. Well, burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and the decomposition of organic waste in landfills are all activities that emit greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. As I've previously stated, climate change has a significant impact on global ecosystem, biodiversity, weather patterns, and natural resources.
Well, can you discuss some potential solution or strategies to mitigate the effects of climate change?
Of course, action like switching to clean energy, encouraging environmentally friendly agricultural and forestry methods, protecting forests and biodiversity, and putting adaptation plans into place could reduce climate change, protect biodiversity, and ensure a sustainable future for both present and future generations.
Oh, great. Okay, next question. How can individuals make a difference in addressing climate change in their daily lives?
Well, purchase seasonal and local foods, plant trees, and avoid food waste to reduce your carbon footprint. Buy only what you need to reduce waste, and most importantly, we can inform others about the significance of climate change. Encourage your family, friends, and coworkers to reduce their carbon emissions.
How do you think climate change impacts vulnerable communities and what can be done to support them?
There are many effects that affects vulnerable communities. But one of which is that low-income household, like the resources to adapt to climate change and may experience financial hardship as a result of the loss of their livelihoods. Ensuring equal access to resources like money, technology, and markets could help them.
What challenges do policymakers face in implementing effective climate change policies, and how can this challenge be overcome?
Yeah, they discovered that climate change policies, particularly market based measures, such as carbon tax on fossil fuels, which are the most effective at limiting pollution levels, are likely to face opposition not from only from the energy using industries, but also from the general public. And climate change policies require public awareness, understanding, and support to be implemented successfully. Policymakers must communicate the urgency and significance of climate actions, dispel myths, and engage the public in decision making processes.
Okay, share your thoughts on the importance of international cooperation in tackling climate change.
When considering the challenges that policymakers face in implementing effective climate change policies, I believe that understanding multilateral research and innovation initiatives are the most effective way to address global challenges such as climate change, collaboration, reduce global burden, pool resources, and achieve greater impact.
Okay, what do you see as a role of renewable energy sources in transitioning to a sustainable future?
Renewable energy is a critical component in the fight against climate change. We can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, improve energy security, and provide clean, reliable, and affordable energy to millions of people by shifting to a low carbon energy mix. Transitioning away from fossil fuels, which currently account for the majority of emissions, and toward renewable energy is critical for addressing the climate crisis.
How can education and awareness play a role in addressing climate change on a global scale?
Well, education is the key to dealing with climate change. I mean, without curiosity and knowledge about some of the issues we face in many areas, we will not have a good understanding and will be lost. Thus, knowledge of this phenomenon assists young people in understanding and in dealing with the consequences of the climate change, encourage them to change their behavior, and assist them in adapting to what is already a global emergency.
What are some ways in which business and industries can contribute to reducing their carbon footprint?
Um, on larger scale, the business sector can reduce, reuse, and recycle, work with sustainable suppliers, if possible, engage and assess your supply chain.
Do you believe climate change presents more challenges or opportunities for innovation and technological advancement?
Technology advances, energy consumption rises, resulting in increased use of fossil fuels. Given the historic buildup of emissions in the atmosphere, some changes to our climate is unavoidable. But fortunately, many technological solutions for reducing greenhouse gas emissions exist. While these technologies have cost, the cost of inaction far outweighs it. It can, for example, improving energy efficiency at buildings, industries, and transportation sectors is an effective way to reduce emissions, and investing in sustainable mass transit system and improving infrastructure for cycling and walking are important steps in reducing greenhouse gas emissions from the transportation sector.
Okay, how can scientists, researchers, and policymakers work together to better understand and address the complexities of climate change?
Well, scientists can estimate past conditions using environmental recorders, extending our understanding of climate back hundreds of million years. They use satellite, instrumental, historical, and environmental records to study the Earth's climate and how it changes. Research advanced understanding of the effects of climate change on human health and environment. Communities can use scientific information and tools to address the climate crisis in an effective, equitable, and long-term manner.
Oh, okay, last question. In your opinion, what should be the top priorities in the fight against?
We'll begin with ourselves. I think the best way is to begin to reduce, reuse, and repair and recycle. Reduce your purchases of secondhand, repair what you can, and recycle. Buying fewer new clothes and other customer goods can help you reduce your carbon footprint waste.
Well, thank you, Tissa, for the opportunity to discuss the effects of climate change with you. And I hope that this will inspire and open up all of us in this matter. Finally, let us all work together to mitigate the effects of climate change, support those who are most vulnerable, and build a resilient and inclusive world for future generation. Big applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much.